keep the spontaneity, anything now.
Tissue paper? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
गुरुदेव के पास रखना है। गुड।
श्री वृंदावन बास करे साग पात नित खात तिनके भागन को निरख ब्रह्मा विगल चार। एक भक्त का निवेदन, संसार में सब कुछ देखा, कहीं कुछ मिला। ब्रज बिहारी लाल से ब्रज से ये निवेदन कर रहा है कि किसी भी तरह मुझे ब्रज में वास के लिए बुला लो ठाकुर जी। ब्रजराज ब्रज बिहारी गोपाल बंसी वाले, ब्रजराज ब्रज बिहारी गोपाल बंसी वाले, बिहारी गोपाल बंसी वाले। बने या बिगड़े, ओ राज तेरी रचा में, अपनी बने या बिगड़े, राजी तेरी रचा में, अपनी बने या बिगड़े, ओ राज तेरी रचा में, अपनी बने या बिगड़े, नाचे हम तो नट भर, नाचे हम तो नट भर, जितना हमें नचाए, नाचे हम तो नट भर, जितना हमें नचाए, केवल भगवान देख रहे हैं कि हाथ धोते हुए भी गाली नहीं हो जाती। भगवान संभालोगे तो क्या होगा, अगर चरणों की सेवा लगा लोगे तो क्या होगा। मैं नामी बात की हूँ और नामी बात हरे हो। मैं नामी बात की हूँ और नामी बाप हर हो। जो लज्जा दोनों नामों की तू मेरा है, तू मेरा है। यहाँ सब मुझसे कहते हैं तू मेरा है, तू मेरा है। ये झगड़ा तुम अगर चुका दोगे तो क्या गंगा जिस दया गंगा करते हैं। आजाने की गंगा जिस दया गंगा में करते हैं। आजाने की गंगा जिस दया गंगा में करते हैं। उसी में बिंदु का पानी डाल दोगे तो क्या होगा। दुनिया के इशारे कहते हैं श्याम सबसे। दुनिया के इशारे
हमारे मध्य में अभी गुरुदेव जी अत्यंत प्रिय पात्र और की भी मोटा सुंदर सुंदर सागर महाराज जी
महाराज की जय, जय कीर्तन की जय, की जय भक्तवृंद की जय, की जय,
जय श्री राधा बिहारी
की जय,
श्री भागवत महापुराण
की जय,
जय वैष्णव
की जय,
जय सुखदेव संपाद
की जय,
परीक्षित महाराज
की जय,
जय वैष्णव
वृंद की जय,
जय श्रोतावत वृंद
की जय, वंदे हरि हरि बोल। Vaishnavas. Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me all right? Just sound test. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hands free today. Krishna go. Shri Vishkam Vitam Shri Srimad-BHagavatam Namine Krishna Kathani Shudakshan Vadvara Madhuri Ganeshi Yukta Varam Varam Purusham Tanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Shivashan Shkura Davinda Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. First of all, I pay my limited Dandavat pranams to Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaj into his lotus feet. Then after all the Guru Parampara and Navita Dandavat Pranams, and on the Vyasasan, Bhaktivedanta Vana Maharaj and his lotus feet, Dandavat Pranams. And present Bhaktivedanta Sagar Maharaj, Sant Maharaj, Bhaktivedanta Sant Maharaj, and my lotus feet, I pay my Dandavat Pranams, and all the Vaishnava and Vaishnavis, my Dandavat Pranams. We are here listening to Srimad-BHagavatam Katha, and in this wonderful place, fourth day. He says Adiveshan means to serve. Chota, serving the fourth day. Adiveshan. 70. What is the teaching of the Srimad-BHagavatam? All the living entities are part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. They have a relationship with the Lord. And that is the instruction, is to connect, make that connection. That which is will be, and that which what else will be if not that which will be? Our lives are is, oh, that which is not will not be. I am not this body. Just one needle just touches our skin. The doctor, oh my God, I'm not Srila, I'm not this body. I'm not this body. Oh yes, I am this body. When we like something, we forget that we are not this body. And otherwise, if I say some sweet words to you, oh, you are very beautiful, you are very intelligent, then if you hear your name by, not even directly by somebody else, I am not this body. This is our conception. Sorry. I have to join with the Lord. I belong to the Lord. Practically, not theoretically. How? Now we are speaking theoretically. This is the mercy of the very Lord that we actually think that we belong to the Lord. But do we actually believe it? I am mine. I am the Lord's. The Lord is mine. I have a relationship with the Lord. We have 5 types of relation with the Lord. Sakha, Vatsalya. So there's neutral, servant, friend, parental. or lover and beloved, madhurya. One only. Either neutral, dasya, friendship, parental or madhurya. We have the most neutral of relationship is Shanta, known as Shanta, the most lightest, who has detachment from this material world. But that relationship with the Lord, it's a very light relationship. What is a light relationship? You are the Lord, I am a devotee. This is a light relationship. It's not a very grave relationship. To believe God is God and you are the devotee, this is known as the mood of opulence. In this mood, Aishwarya, that relationship is known as Shanta. He has Nishtha and detachment from the material world. These two things. Detachment from the material world and Nishtha with the Lord. He is the Lord, I am the servant of the Lord. Who is God? Who is all potent? Who is all present, omnipresent, omniscient. He does not need anything. He does not serve in this relationship. Because he doesn't need anything. He is the Lord. He is not dependent on anything. How to do serve? One serves somebody who needs something. The God has nothing lacking. One who does this with the seva and knows that the Lord doesn't need anything is not so high. One who understands that the Lord is lacking something and he needs something, that relationship from a devotee is known as dasya. He thinks that he asks the Lord if he needs to be massage his feet. With the first relationship he thinks, well, the Lord, He's God, He's not, how can He be tired? And that relation which is more condensed, in this relationship, this mamata is there. He is mine. He's my Swami, He's my Lord and Master. I have to serve Him. This service mood is there. Seva bhav and mamat. It's a tendency to serve and a sense of possessiveness is there. And Hanuman is the most elevated example of this dasya. And above this, where the devotee and the Lord are on one level, there is no up and down. Das is lower and the master is higher. In the sense of friendship, there is no higher or lower. The devotee forgets in this case that the Lord is the Lord. When he forgets, and when the Lord, and also the Lord forgets that He is God, they become such friendship. Then this opulence, mood of opulence disappears. The relationship becomes very grave, and such pleasure is there in this sakharas. There's no sense of shyness in such a relationship. So they sit on the shoulder of the Lord, or putting one's feet on the shoulder of the Lord. There's no shyness, there's no inhibition. They fight, they argue, they quarrel, they wrestle, they play. Surdas is saying, Krishna says, I am the child of a king and the prince. In friendship, there is no higher or lower. Detachment from material existence and what was the other one? He's my friend. Detachment and nishtha. When they do not play, they feel pain. It's a very high relationship. Tasya. Sakya. And the third, when the child becomes, the Lord becomes small and the devotee becomes larger than the Lord, higher. One takes the mood of paternal nourishment. One previously was on equal level, and now the devotee has become higher. This is Vatsalya, this is maternal relationship. And all the elders, they think Krishna is such a small, innocent child. This Sakha about this friendship mood becomes hidden. And especially in Braj, this is not present, that he is God. They always think that he's our child, our innocent child. And the Lord thinks that these are my parents. And from neutrality point of view, what has Yashoda done? What austerity has she performed? That Supreme Personality of Godhead has appeared as their child and played in the courtyard. Today I will not feed you milk because you are rolling in the dirt. Now the child is upset and angry and crying to want to drink mother's milk. This is Vatsalya Bhava. And even higher than that is Madhurya, a conjugal mood, a Gopi Bhava. In all of us, we all have one of these moods. In Gopis, there is one mood, there is one desire to become the Gopi of Krishna. These 99 Shukra, Monday to Friday, there's Kirtaniyas. Then we sing, they sing, I am yours. They sing this traditional Braj Kirtan, I am yours. Maharaj was saying this Braj Bhag, Radhe Radhe Sham Milade, Radhe Radhe. This is asking Srimati Radhika to arrange a meeting with Sham, with Krishna, not directly meet with Krishna. We have done anything to do with Sham. Who do we want? Who do we want to think that we want to meet with Sham alone? This is a sense of enjoyment. One type of gratification. It's asked, does Sham want to meet with you? Sham wants to meet with who? Even if who knows what is the heart of Sham? Who knows the heart of Sham? That he wants to meet Srimati Radhika. If we know this, why should I go to Sham directly? I should go to Srimati Radhika. This is Gopi Bhava. This is Manjari Bhava. This is this is the highest for all the jiva. This is the crown jewel. There is no other mood higher than this, to becoming the maid servant to Srimati Radhika. What service will we do for Krishna? And this aarti is Radha Krishna Jugala Mila Arti Korena Lalita Deshakika. This, the manjaris, not only manjaris, the sakhis of Srimati Radhika, who can meet Srimati Radhika directly. Those who are Yudheshwari, the leaders, Lalita Vishaka, they play with Srimati Radhika. They also have a desire that Srimati Radhika should meet with Krishna, that they will arrange their meeting. And Lalita would perform their arti. They invite Srimati Radhika to come and sit on the swing. This very high mood, Krishna ki, Radha Krishna's moods, their pastimes, having that in the heart, having such connection with, understanding Srimati Radhika's mood to meet with Krishna, that is tadatmik. Tadat meaning ek, that mood becoming one. We used to learn in physics, when the frequency of another frequency, the two wires, when that two wires meet together, resonance is created, and then and the frequency of the strings on an instrument, when it's plucked, and that resonance occurs. That Srimati Radhika's mood and the mood of the manjaris, then that resonance is created. Srimati Radhika is thinking. The gopis know what she wants. Radha is Chintamani of Krishna. She fulfills all of his desires. All these manjaris, they fulfill Srimati Radhika's desires. This has been made in such a wonderful way. There's no chut. There's no mistake. And make no mistaken. There's no break in this. Krishna takes such pleasure in meeting Srimati Radhika. And that pleasure, he's worried that pleasure does not come back on Krishna himself from Srimati Radhika. For this reason, as much as she loves him and gives pleasure to Krishna, that pleasure is reflected in Srimati Radhika, and that pleasure goes to the Srimati Radhika's manjaris. So in essence, the pleasure that the divine couple feel is reflected in the manjaris through Srimati Radhika. How is the flowers of this tree or the creeper of divine love? These manjaris is one mood. Shant Bhav is like Dhruva, Prahlad is Shantaras, Hanuman is Dasya, Sridham and others is Sakha Bhav, friendship, and Mother Yashoda is Vatsalya Bhav, and the Manjaris. We have to associate with the Manjaris and take their mood. We have to try and get their infection. This is great karuna, this compassion. Karuna in Hindi means do something. Karuna in Hindi means to do something. Karo means to do. Karuna. This is the Srimad-BHagavatam's essence, for which we have sat here. Go on. Gurudev forgot to ask Srila Maharaj to speak.
Shri Krishna
Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
सबसे पहले अष्टोत्तर शतश्री श्री श्रीमद भक्ति-वेदांत स्वामी गोस्वामी महाराज जी की चरण कमल में
For my unlimited Dhamma pranams to the to the lotus feet of Srimad-BHagavatam Vaman Goswami Maharaj, and thereafter Nitya Prashta Mishta Pada Sitra Shri Srimad-BHagavatam Nayan Goswami Maharaj unto his lotus feet, unlimited Dhamma pranams, and all the associates, his associate, dear associate, Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, and his Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada, and present on the Vyasa and Bila Bhakti Vedanta, one Goswami Maharaj, Sagar Maharaj, Ramchandra Prabhu, all the Vaishnavas, and the lotus feet. I offer my honor, and the Supreme Lord Radha Raman Bihari Ji is present and begging for their causeless mercy. This is Bhagavad-saptaha. Like Prabhuji has said, Samandha, relationship. This is a matter of relationship. Until we do not have this relationship, not until then, we cannot come and go and living, giving and receiving. When that relationship is there, then something can happen. Then some mood will come, some exchange. The impersonalists, everything is one. One Brahma, everything else is false. And still this Mayavad tendency is in this material world. Sukracharya, Kali Guru, that pure bhakti cannot be spread. Mayavad is saying everything is one. This is just remembering the words of Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj, who was speaking once in the assembly. Mayavad means everyone is one. They do not believe in the pastimes of the Lord. And they say, well, if one is one, mix it with the cow dung and water. And we should take this. There's our brother, our sister, our uncle, aunts, that we have some relationship. If our mother passes away, or the husband dies, the eldest, you cannot ask the eldest son to become the husband. In this way, in this conception of Mayavad, this would be possible. That relationship is very important. Relationship is very important. In this Vaishnava Sampradaya, Prabhuji has explained very nicely this sambandha. In bhajan, why should we perform any bhajan? Just eat, sleep, that's it. Just do what you need to do. What is the need to become brahmachari, grihastha, vanaprastha, sannyas? We need, in performing bhajan to Radha and Krishna, the most important thing in our life. And not only in our lives, but in everyone's life. Because Brahma and Shiva himself, Shiva and Vishnu, Indra as well, they go to Braj, become stone, become a mountain, so don't be morose, Prabhupada used to say. Because other people are not performing bhajan, that we should also not perform bhajan. if the whole world was destroyed and I was on my own, this is Rabindranath Tagore's saying, he will sit in samadhi. One has to do one's duty. This he serve, worship the Lord. Is coming from time immemorial. This sambandha, this relationship is by listening to hari-katha, coming to the temple, association with the devotees. One relationship will develop. Until then, you will not have a service tendency. Gurudev was kirtan, Shri Guru Charana. I'm remembering this line. Who is Gurudev showering his mercy on? One who is very fallen and wretched. One who thinks so is very fallen and wretched. One who understands everything, yet he is very fallen. He thinks himself very fallen and wretched and low. Until we do not develop this humility, we cannot get the mercy of Shri Guru. We will hanker for name, fame, fortune, reputation. Like parents, he looks like a parent. He looks after both the intelligent child, son, or the one who is not very intelligent. Meaning to say, Guru and Bhagavan and the mercy of the Lord, to have their mercy, we should surrender. With this surrender, we will get our relationship, and then we'll get their mercy, and then we'll be able to progress. The 6 limbs of Sharanagati. These are Bhakti began Bharati Goswami Maharaj and Tirtha Goswami Maharaj. They used to give emphasis on Sharanagati. Why? Because 24 hours, 24 hours a day. And one is totally surrendered to the Lord. We have no qualification. If we stay humble, then we'll have no worry. If you use your intelligence in any way in between, you will be lost. No, we say we are surrendered, but we're doing our own thing. For this reason, unconditional surrender on the lotus feet of the Lord, then we'll be delivered. Therefore, it's said in the Bhagavad Gita, the Lord has given this promise. Now Navratri is taking place. Durga, Devi, and all the demigods, they're all serving the Lord. In the 3rd canto of Srimad-BHagavatam, when we were in the womb of the mother, we had this knowledge. We had this darshan of Sri Hari and promised only those who have Sukriti. And we promised. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur has written his Bengali Kirtan. They're saying, when we were in the mother's womb, we had darshan of the Lord, and we promised that we will do hari-bhajan. So we should not be morose. We should also be enthusiastic. By meeting together, we can do hari-bhajan because we have promised to the Lord that we will do this 33,000 demigods. So again and again we're paying our obeisances to Bhaktivedanta Van Maharaj, who is and remembering Srila Gurudev. We pray that he does this every year. Hari Hari Bol. Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namo. Bhaktivedanta Sagar Maharaj speaking. Sagar Maharaj is the disciple Param Gurudev Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, sannyasi of Bhaktivedanta Madhusudan Maharaj.
Om
Firstly, I pay my obeisances unto Nityalila Prashthamishtabad, Astatara Shrishta Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, unto his lotus feet. Thereafter, Shraddha Vinod Bihari and then on the Pujyapat Bhaktivedanta Goswami Maharaj, Samhita Maharaj, Ramchandra Prabhu, and all Vaishnavis, I pay my Dandavat pranams. Very fortunate. Very fortunate, good fortune. We are hearing under the lotus feet guidance of Srila Maharaj, Bhaktivedanta Goswami. This Bhagavad-katha takes place in many different places, in many different ways. But Shastra says, from whose mouth should we listen? Srimad-BHagavatam. In the Bhagavad Mahatmya, it is said,
Virakto Vaishnavo Vipra Vedasastra Vishuddhakrita Distanta Kushalaha Dhiro Bhakta Karyanite Sriyaha.
That person from whom we hear Srimad-BHagavatam, how should he be? He should be detached from the material sense gratification and the dealings of this material world. We will see so many detached people, but are they really real? Are they really detached? But they drink, they smoke, they drink, they take drugs, ganja bhang. But in Srimad-BHagavatam is said, Virakto Vaishnava. He should be a Vaishnava, renounced Vaishnava. Vipra. When that person is Vaishnava, he's automatically Vipra. In essence, in truth, who is Vipra? He is a Vaishnava. Vaishnava Vipra. Sastra Vishuddha. He is learned in knowledge of the Ved and Shastra. If we give the example, Sambandhit Vistant. So one should be connected with Srimad-BHagavatam, and in the way that not just with knowledge. The example should be always in connection with the Srimad-BHagavatam and Bhagavan. One should listen from the lotus lips of such a person. So we are very fortunate that we can listen from and sitting in the assembly of and listening to the recitation of the Lord's pastime. Seeing the sadhu is auspiciousness for us. Just bathing in the Gangas, we have to take bath in the Ganga to be purified. But seeing the devotee of the Lord, just by seeing them, we can become purified. Not only purified,
उनको कथारूपी गंगा का पान करा के उनका हृदय को भी
they clean our hearts by making us drink the nectar like flow of Ganga. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, who can do this? Who has 4 qualities? Who does Hari? One who is more humble than a blade of grass. How can one be more humble than the blade of grass? We put our foot on the grass. Even the grass stands up after some time. What is the meaning of this? If you come to my place, I will show you. In the blade of grass, there is this mood that I will take revenge by the grass standing up again on end. But in a devotee, one should never have this mood of taking revenge. If you throw a brick at a tree, it still gives fruit. If you cut it, you get wood and you burn it and cook. How can you be more tolerant than a tree? Who is more tolerant than a tree? A devotee is more tolerant than the tree. If the tree becomes angry, if you sit under a tree and there's a storm and the tree falls and then falls on us, we will die. But even the anger of a sadhu is a blessing, like Narad. He was angry, but what happened? He attained by the curse of Narad, the two Arjuna trees were able to achieve the lotus feet of the Lord.
ऐसे भगवान से प्रार्थना कर रहे हैं, पर भगवान क्या कह रहे हैं?
Praying to the Lord.
मैं तो तुमको जानता भी नहीं हूँ.
The Lord says, I do not know you. We do not have a relationship. This was my devotees. You took darshan of. So, meaning to say, even if a devotee shows anger, and this is for the benefit of the living entity. Everybody knows this. Give respect to others and don't expect anything in return. In truth, what this means, in this way we will be able to chant incessantly and do Harinam. Prabhuji was saying, we should develop relationship. With who should we develop? With the Lord. How will we do this? When we accept a guru. And how? We have to be surrendered. How? आत्मसमर्पण.
जब दीक्षा प्राप्त करते हैं तो शिष्य को क्या करना चाहिए?
What should the disciple do when he takes diksha? Is to surrender
उनके चरणों में समर्पित कर
and
देना
offer oneself at the lotus feet of Shri Guru.
चाहिए।
But what do
एक भी देना नहीं
we do? We do not want to give
देना चाहते हैं।
one thing.
हमारा एक ही सर होता है, पर
If
फिर
we're
भी
not
हम
to give
उनके
our
चरणों
head,
को समर्पित नहीं करते।
We only have one head, but we don't want to give this one head unto the lotus feet of the Shri Guru.
जो व्यक्ति अपने
That
आप को
person
समर्पण करके
who
करता है,
offers
उसके
themselves,
लिए बचता है। हाँ?
Is there anything lacking
तो हम लोग
in that person?
समर्पण कर नहीं पाते और फिर
We cannot
सोचते कि
surrender.
हमारा दुख दूर हो जाए।
And we are expecting that our miseries and sufferings will be removed.
जो अपराध है, अनर्थ है, ये नष्ट
It
नहीं
are
हो रहा।
in our
तो
offenses
अपराध अनर्थ नष्ट कैसे
and
होगा?
unwanted
जन्म
desires.
जन्मांतर के पाप नष्ट कैसे होगा?
How will our life after lives, sinful reactions be washed away?
हमको छूट मिल गई है पाप
Some
करने का।
It does not mean that we have
हमको छूट मिल गया है।
the freedom to commit more sinful activities after having surrendered. When will Shri Guru take away our sinful reactions? Only when we completely surrender. As much as we are surrendered, and accordingly our sinful reactions will be washed away. Do you understand?
एक पैसा का है, गुरु जी के प्रति तो एक ही पैसा का ही
One, if you surrender one paisa worth, as in the shloka Srimad-BHagavatam, one who performs bhajan accordingly, I will reward accordingly, and I will exchange loving relationship with them. When we get mantra from Shri Guru, we should follow following the 5 principles of chanting our mantras. These 5 Pancha-nyas, and taking Harinam, we should chant from the Atma, from the soul, from the heart. This is written in the Srimad-BHagavatam. Srimad-BHagavatam, 3rd canto, 2nd chapter. First or second? In the Narad Samvad, Narad Vyasa Samvad. How the Lord, we should chant from the soul. For the Atma, there is nobody in this world. Who is there for the Atma? In this world, there is nobody for Atma. There is only the Lord, Paramatma. Only the Lord is there for the Atma, in terms of Atma and Paramatma. By chanting Harinam again and again, one should be thinking, there is nothing in this world for me. When we think like this, that I am alone, and naturally, there will only be you, my Lord. We may not be experienced this. Then we desire, when will this be? We will hanker for this day, for that desire. Yukta Harinam. We are doing chanting. We're not praying at the same time. So when we chant, how should we chant? We should chant with prayer. with a mood of prayer. And what is lacking in us, what faults there are in us, that we are all at fault. We have so many faults. Then we will take Shri Guru. If we do not think like this, what reason would we have to have Shri Guru? That Maharaj was saying, we use the word adham, fallen, wretched. The work of Shri Guru is to lift the fallen conditioned souls. One disciple takes great effort, and the disciple does not understand the effort that Shri Guru takes when he understands the glories of Shri Guru. How my Shri Guru has done so much sacrifice for me. Then we will understand the greatness of Shri Guru. Before this, we will not be able to understand how Shri Guru takes so much effort for a disciple. How to do anik, how to do our mantras, following these 5 nyasas, 5 mudra, 5 principles, dhyan and dhyan. Mantra, dhyan, mantra chintan, dhyan, to meditate on the meaning of the mantras. In the presiding deity of the mantra, I am desiring that, understanding that just by chanting this mantra once, I can be delivered. I can be liberated. But to please the presiding deities of the mantra, I am chanting this mantra 10 times. And then Sharanagat, to be surrendered to the presiding deity of the mantra. And taking all of the thoughts away from the mind, taking shelter of the presiding deity of that mantra. There is nobody in this world for me. From millions and millions of lifetimes, I am wandering in this repeated cycle of birth and death. And many births I have taken, sometimes as a dog, sometimes donkey, and I have been bereft of. And I'm with great humility praying to you. And at last, Atma Samarpan, total surrender. I am offering myself to the presiding deity of that mantra. However you keep me, you can beat me, you can chastise me. Or a devotee who follows the process of chanting the mantra in this way, and after some time they will be perfect. In some days. This is guaranteed. When this mantra siddhi is achieved, then we will realize who we are, what service, but we do not know who we are. Do we know? I have this job, I have this house. This is not our identity. This is not the identity of the soul. What is our identity? We do not know. We do not know about the spiritual world. This is our lacking, and therefore we're thinking we are fallen, that we do not know ourselves. How will we know? by the mercy of Shri Guru. When will we know this? When? When stage of bhav or ashakti. In also bhav, abhas, the semblance of bhav, we can know who we are, what is our identity. We do not know who we are. What is our mood? Guru is very merciful. He has told us we have dasi bhav. Which dasi are we? I'm praying to Maharaj and praying to all the Vaishnavas that in my heart, that this mood will come in my heart, that I will understand this. Offering my respectful obeisances unto my Guru Padma, Nitya-lila Prashna Mishnapad, Asta Sri Srimad-BHagavatam, Vaman Goswami Maharaj, and Nitya-lila Prashna Mishnapad, Asta Srimad-BHagavatam, Narayan Goswami Maharaj, and his Narayan Goswami Maharaj's lotus feet. Kata. Thereafter, Nitya-lila Prashna Mishnapad, Astatara Srimad-BHagavatam, Swami Maharaj, and Upasthit and present Sripad Bhaktivedanta Sagar Maharaj, Ramchandra Prabhu, Pad Santa Maharaj, and all the Vaishnavis present. My Dandavat pronouns again and again. We have heard all the speakers spoke very nicely on the glories of Srimad-BHagavatam and in its essence. Maharaj very nicely spoke. When does life actually begin? When we begin hari-bhajan, the process of chanting and remembering the pastimes of the Lord. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is इसको विशेषण पशु विनाश samana. Eating, sleeping, fear of death, and looking after our children or offsprings. This is the nature of all living entities. What is the essence, what is the purpose of human life? Dharma meaning bhagavad-bhajan. If we have not performed bhagavad-bhajan, worship unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then our life is wasted. One cat, how she teaches her kitten to catch a mouse. You may have seen how a cat catches a small mouse, and her kitten, in front of her kitten, by the direction of her eyes, teaches the kitten how to catch the mice. We are human beings. We also do this for our offsprings, send them to school and nurture them. We make palaces for ourselves and collect so much wealth. But at the end, what is our last destination? We have not understood. Everybody knows that we have to go. Where do we have to go? We do not know. For this reason, said, there is the essence of life is to perform Bhagavat-bhajana, worship unto the Supreme Lord. The Bhagavat is giving this message of what Maharaj spoke to us about. This message, perform hari-bhajana, nam-bhajana, and how we chant nam and mantra. You find this mantra in the market, and you find a book with mantras. And having learned the mantras from the book, not in this way. One should hear the mantra from a bona fide spiritual master and practice and stay in association. This is what is being taught. One example is given. This particular type of tree, like banyan tree. You see, there are so many stones around the tree. You never see that there is any sprout of seed under it. That fruit of that tree, when it's ripened, when that bird eats that seed and digests it, and wherever that seed falls after it's digested by the bird, that seed, but in that tree there are thousands of seeds, but only one seed will sprout. Maybe on top of a roof. If that bird has stooled in that place, wherever that may be, that seed will sprout. The Shastra is giving this example, and what is the meaning? This banyan, the seed of the banyan tree, the bird has eaten. There is something in the body of that bird's body mixing with the seed, coming out as stool, and only that seed will fructify and will become a great tree. Meaning to say, why is this example given? Everybody's chanting mantra. One should take mantra from that person who has perfected the chanting of that mantra. And if you have taken mantra from such a person who has not attained this level, then that mantra for you will not fructify. You may have been born in a high family and learned so many scriptures and shastras, but until you have not perfected the chanting of the mantra, then it will not fructify. Those who are able to control ghosts and goblins, you can get the mantra from the market. Spend 10 rupees and get a book to control mantras, to control ghost mantras. So many different types of mantras. by just chanting that mantra. There's mantras for catching snakes and controlling snakes. One who has perfected that mantra, and if you take that mantra from that person, then slowly, like Maharaj said very nicely, very grave, Bhaktivinoda Thakur in Bhajan Rasya, he has shown what I'm saying. I'm speaking what he has spoken, very nicely, very grave. And a sequence, mantra artha chitti. Should chant this, meditate on the mantra, the presiding deity of the mantra. Nyas, mudra, how one should sit and chant the mantras. You have to learn that from Shri Guru. 10 times, 20 times, and how Prapati, Shanagati, and Atma Nivedan. Slowly, slowly, we practice this, then we can become perfect. Otherwise, we'll say, you tell Gurudev, oh, you've given me mantra, but it doesn't work. If you perform it correctly, then if still you're not progressing, then you come back to Shri Guru and say, then Gurudev will explain again. Then they give up that Guru and take another one and another one and another one. And in life, take so many Gurus. They get a Guru, meaning cow. That's not a disciple. Sasya, I guess. That feed which is given to cows, that is what one gets. If one keeps changing Guru again and again, chara is cow feed. If you chant without offense, cow feed, cow fodder. If you criticize Vaishnavas and have no relationship with Shri Guru and have taken it, Guru, and the cow has eaten the food. Yeah? Yeah. But what happens? Thakur has said very nicely. This process, one should develop a relationship with Shri Guru. And not serve Shri Guru. No ask any questions. And finding fault with Shri Guru. Studied two words. Maharaj showed us very grave. What is the message of Srimad-BHagavatam? How we can slowly, by performing sadhana, on the path of sadhana, how we will attain the stage of prema, love of God. And in this Srimad-BHagavatam, so many nice examples. Shukadeva Goswami is speaking to Parikshit Maharaj, and in that assembly, Sutta Goswami was present. And then he spoke this to Shonak Rishi and other rishis and sages. That what we are listening today, here, now. These 6 questions that were asked. So these 6 questions. Sutta Goswami answered. By the process of 18,000 slokas, by such nice examples. So time is short, and in 7 days it's not possible. 1-2 hours, kirtan goes on, and other katha. How will you speak katha? Sukadev Goswami Parvat in the assembly of Parikshit Maharaj. 7 raat, 7 days, 7 nights. No rest. Continuously, incessantly. There was no kirtan. There was no need for a mic. There was no type of entertainment. Where is it so? 7 days, 7 nights, continuously. And in between, Shukadeva Goswami was absorbed in transcendental state when he remembered his Gurudev. And remembering Shri Guru, he was totally unconscious. Shiva Goswami Pad and Vishwanath Chakravarti Pad have commented Srimati Radhika's name has not been taken, or the gopis. This Srimad-BHagavatam is parokshavad, it's indirect. Prema is such a thing. Transcendental love is not said through the mouth like I love you. I love you, or you love me. If you say these words, our love says in Prem Samput, the book, that love is dispersed like camphor. If you put camphor in a box and put the lid on it, and that camphor, if you keep it outside, it will disperse. Love is such a thing. Vishwanath Chakravarti has described it very wonderfully, what this transcendental love is. Very beautiful, pure thing. And it's in the heart of the lover and beloved, like a lamp. Very deep things. Shukadeva Goswami Pad has spoken in Srimad-BHagavatam how our acharyas in the past, how they attained this stage, how they perform the sadhana, they practice Dhruva Maharajas. We spoke yesterday. We spoke about. What's a beautiful pastime. How he had nishtha for Shri Guru. On the words of Sri Narad and Bhagavate-Vasudeva. And within 6 months he attained. Very short time. So, this mantra cannot give us everything. Mantra siddhi, bhav siddhi, sarv siddhi, vastu siddhi, and then Parama. This is all vastu. By the perfection of chanting this mantra. This is not an ordinary thing. Yesterday we heard these pastimes. How with Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajan Kriya, Nishtha, Ruchi, Ashakti, First we have to develop nishtha with Shiguru, from whom we have taken Diksha mantra, and firm faith with such Guru. Do or die. Do or die. Fixed, firm, drid, shraddha. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj. How true Guru is like a fisherman. Catching a fish, what does he do? Hook. And throws the hook into the water with the bait on the hook and catches a big fish. Where does the fish go? It carries on swimming. The fisherman knows he has caught a big fish. He does not take the fish out quickly. He takes the line out, farther out. That fish getting tired and becomes still. Then slowly the fisherman winds the fish in. This is the process of the spiritual master. That's why it's important to have Shiguru. By mantra, he slowly pulls the disciple in. We heard one pastime was left out. I will speak very briefly. Citraketu Maharaja's pastime. Because the time is short. Vritrasura. This Citraketu Maharaja, he was Vritrasura. Vritrasura pastime. Shukadeva Goswami Maharaj, he spoke to Parikshit Maharaj, Srila Jiva Goswami Pad. He spoke. This Vritrasura's pastime is very, very wonderful. If we don't speak this katha, then it doesn't complete our Srimad-BHagavatam recital. The importance has been given to this pastime. Those who chant mantras, if the mantra has not been chanted properly, then the mantra will be not fruitful. Something else may come up. By performing five sacrifices, he was three-headed. He was drinking alcohol with one head and somras with another, and he was eating with the other head. At the time of performing Jagga, and some of the fruits were given to the asuras, demons, and some was given to the demigods. And by mistake he gave the parts to the demons. And what was meant for the forefather was given to the demigods. Indra thought that this is nonsense, and then decided to kill. And then Indra was liable for killing a Brahmana. In Indra distributed this sinful reaction to 4 places: the earth, water, the Sri Chota, and the tree. The sinful reaction of this killing of the Brahmana was distributed amongst 4 places: the earth, the water, ladies' menstrual period, and the tree, sap, the sap of the tree. The earth becomes barren in certain places. Desert. Ditches were formed and are filled in the earth, and water that is contaminated, where there are bubbles forming, contaminated water. Strika, vriksha, in the trees, that sap that is from the tree that is considered impure. There's one thing in the tree that if you cut its branch, after some time they will grow back. In the ladies took one part during their menstrual cycle. Many types of happiness and distress. After this yajna, which Rishi? Rishi का नाम क्या? Rishi का नाम क्या? Kashyap Rishi. Sorry. Some mantras he chanted very loudly, and some he so different levels of chanting. Three levels: Udatta, Datta, and Sarit. Anudatta and Sarit. 3 vocal pitches. The mantras are chanted, and if they're not chanted properly, then the different meaning comes out. In the Srimad-BHagavatam, it is described one who is offering the oblations into the fire. In this mantra, the mantra was supposed to be the enemy of Indra should be killed, and the emphasis on Shatru. The enemies of Indra should increase. So the meaning was totally opposite. And from that, a demon called Vritrasura, he appeared and started to defeat the demigods. Being afraid and fearful, the demigods, he had such a great body. All the demigods, they went to Lord Vishnu and, please save us. The Lord said, there's only one solution. What's the Rishi's name? The Dichi Rishi. Make a weapon from the body of the Dichi Rishi. And from this weapon you'll be able to kill Vritrasura. They went to the Dichi Rishi, and it's very beautifully described. The Dichi they put that thing that the cow eats. They